Hello, I'm Danny Barnes, Assistant Athletic Director for Communications here at Point Loma. We're going to take a special interview here today. We have the Director of Office and Strength and Vocations, Nick Wolf, who also is an adjunct faculty member in the Furmanian School of Business. And with him today, we have Jarret Lindsay, senior catcher on the baseball team. Guys, Nick, take it away.
Yeah, awesome. Thanks so much, Danny. So yeah, Jarret, I have some questions for you, but I just want to say right off the bat, it really is good to see you. And so I know it's tough right now, but yeah, we're going to work through this. And so appreciate you so much for being on with us and answering these questions. So let's get started. So let's start out just pretty easy. What is your current major, and what are your career goals? What are you hoping to do after graduation?
Yeah, so my current major, I'm a business admin, just straight up. I had a emphasis in entrepreneurialism at first, but in order to graduate on time, I kind of dropped that.
Yeah.
So, but kind of what I'm looking to do is, a part of me wants to own my own business. I kind of want to be my own boss, but at the same time, I know that there's a lot of complications that come with that, and it's pretty tough. But if not that, I'd like to go into sales possibly, especially for like companies with more of like an outdoor market. So like we learned about in your class, I remember freshman year, we learned about Patagonia. Patagonia is super cool. Oakley, North Face. So I think getting into one of those couple companies would be really cool, especially off the bat.
Cool.
Especially one of my dad's friends actually was a sales rep for Oakley. And one of the things that he got to do was he got to travel around the world and test out their new glasses for their snowboarding. So I think that would be kind of like a cool route to go. I think that'd be pretty fun.
Yeah, awesome. And there's just so many opportunities for that. And if you're good at sales, you can do, and just good at business and owning your own business. I mean, there's always opportunities for that down the road. And so that's I appreciate that about you, because it is hard work, man. It's to own your own company and to start that, and it's hard. And so the fact that you're hoping to jump into that is just, that's great. That's great. So are you living on campus right now, or are you living off campus?
I'm living off campus in an apartment with Otto Kemp. Yeah, it's just me and him.
Awesome.
So it's pretty cool. Yeah,
awesome.
We got 2 beds, 2 baths. So we kind of got the setup.
Good.
Yeah.
How has this distance learning, how's this been for you?
Yeah, it's been pretty tough. I'm not going to lie. I'm more of like a person. I like to be with people.
Yeah.
So being on class and in Zoom, it's just a different feel. And, a part of me before this whole thing would say that I didn't like to go to class. But ever since we've had to do Zoom and had to be at home all the time, I kind of would rather go back to class and be with people. So
yeah. Well, I loved having you in my class, man. You're always good. And so I always appreciated you. Are you all still getting to work out? Or are you just kind of just doing classes?
Yeah, so for baseball, we just started 2 weeks ago. We started weights. Okay. So we're doing Monday, Wednesday, Friday weights. But it's pretty like regulated. We got to make sure we go through all the protocols. It's pretty tough, actually. It's not like a normal weight group. We got 4 groups like split up through our whole team, and we kind of got to stay with them the whole time. So we don't really get to interact with the other players on the team that much as we normally would throughout like a whole season. And then yesterday we actually had our first on-field practice.
Oh, wow. Cool.
Yeah, so that was pretty cool. So we're starting to get there, but slowly but surely.
Yeah, it's tough. So tell me, let's talk about your journey here to Point Loma. I understand you, and I think I remember you have you had a connection to Cal Baptist. Just kind of walk us through how you wound up here, kind of what your first impressions were, and then let's start there.
Yeah, so about junior year, I was talking to a couple of schools, Cal Baptist being one of them. My mom's uncle is pretty high up at Cal Baptist, so we've always been kind of in and out with them.
Yeah.
And then connections through my brother. My older brother played at San Francisco State.
Okay.
So we've got connections through him. So we were talking to Cal Baptist, a couple other schools, but then I kind of connected with Point Loma. I've always loved the beach and been like a beach kid. So I just came down here, met Coach Schaaf, because it wasn't Coach James at that time, but met with Schaaf, and then from that it just kind of hit it off. So,
Yeah.
and then I've been here ever since.
What was your first impression? Like you walk on campus, obviously
Yeah,
you
it
see
was,
Carroll Land Field. Like, what was
yeah.
that like?
I mean, I heard stories before I went down about how beautiful and all the
Mm.
scenic what it is, but walking on campus, it doesn't really do justice until you actually get it in person
Yeah.
and then see the ocean like looking right off the field. I've never seen other than Pepperdine, but Pepperdine's not as close to the ocean as we are.
Mm-mm.
So other than
Yeah.
Pepperdine, it's pretty unique, one of a kind.
Yeah. Yeah. Everybody thinks Pepperdine's right, and I always tell them, I say, no, we're the closest. Yeah, we've got the best view.
Yeah,
And so,
for sure.
how was that? Because obviously, Coach Schaefer recruited you, and then you transitioned and started, and Coach James was at USD and came here. So, how was that transition between the two coaches?
Yeah, it was a little tough, I would say. Going from one coach that you expected to be here the whole time, and then him kind of leaving after the first year. But I think it's been good for sure. James brought a different type of character, or not character, but type of culture to our team, and I think it's going in the right direction for sure. He definitely expects a lot out of us, but at the same time, I think that's good for us to have some structure like that. So yeah.
No, it's been just from other players that I've talked to, it's been an amazing time. Let's talk a little bit, and we'll jump back into your time here. Like, first of all, when did you know you wanted one? Everybody knows catcher's hardest job in all of sports. Catcher's the hardest job. First of all, when did you decide you wanted to brutalize yourself by being a catcher? And two, like, what's your fondest from even Little League or travel ball? What's your fondest memory as a baseball player?
Well, my older brother was a catcher,
Okay.
so I kind of just followed his footsteps.
Got all your gear handed down to him?
Yeah, just straight handed down, all this sweaty, grimy gear. But no, it was a good time. If I could go back, I probably wouldn't be a catcher, to be honest. I would do something else. It's getting to college and catching. It's a lot of fun, but at the same time, it's a lot of work. But I don't know. I'm pretty slow though, so I think catcher is my only position. Maybe pitcher. I don't know. But yeah, so that's how I started out, and then I've been catching ever since my 9-year-old Little League year. So I mean, I've been behind the plate for forever. It feels like. My knees are starting to break down, but it's all right. Yeah,
that's okay.
And then what was the other question? I don't.
Yeah, do you have a baseball memory that like kind of solidify? One, I guess, did you know you wanted to play college baseball? Like at what point? And then, what's that one memory that you have that
I mean, it's always been a dream of mine to go to college and play baseball. I'm not really the typical school kid. I don't really like school, so baseball is kind of a way to get me through that for sure. But probably one of the fondest memories is going to playoffs at Point Loma. I mean, we've been there for 2-3 years straight. It's a different atmosphere, for sure, having all those fans there. And last year I think we would have made playoffs. We got cut short, but my first 2 years have been really fun in the playoffs. It's been a different feel for sure. It's been super fun.
Yeah, I remember that UCS that was good. That UCSD that was a good series. Yeah,
it was super fun.
That was good. How about just time management? I always try, and it's funny. People come to me and say, "Oh, my kid's gonna play sports in college," and I always try and explain to them that it's a 200% job, right? You're 100% athlete, 100%. So how do you manage that time? How do you study? How do you make sure you have time to study and get what you need done, get workouts done? How do you accomplish that?
Yeah, I mean, it's hard for sure. James has definitely pushed us to have a strict schedule, and I think sticking to, like writing your days out. I know I don't necessarily do it, but I know Otto writes his days out and has a strict schedule, like 15 minutes even. So that's one way to do it. But James definitely emphasizes academics before athletics. So he wants to make sure that we're getting our schoolwork done first. But at the same time, we got to make time to get better at our craft. For baseball. So it's been difficult, but I think it's going to work out better in life too. I mean, there's going to be situations where we got to manage our time. So it's just like that every day. Even right now, it's kind of difficult for sure because we don't necessarily have a set schedule where we got to go to school and we got to go to class, and next class we're kind of at home and stuff. And so I think being at home, Zoom has been more difficult, setting a schedule, getting everything we need to get done. There's a lot of times where I kind of just want to sit on the couch and watch TV because it's right here,
Yeah.
you know? And so, but definitely making a schedule and sticking to it and just being motivated, you know? There's a lot of things that you're not going to want to do in life, but there's going to be things that you want to do. So I try to do the things that I don't necessarily want to do in the morning so I can do the things that I want to do in the afternoons.
Awesome.
But yeah, other than that, it's just tight schedule. It's hard,
Yeah.
but it's fun.
Yeah, and I was going to ask you how you stay motivated, but it sounds like you're sticking with a schedule. And is there something that you do, or you or any of your other teammates, or any other peers you have? Is there something you all do to blow off steam, or other than baseball? Like, what do you do if you're not doing baseball? If you're not doing school? I know you got some fishermen on the team, and
Yeah.
like, what do you do? What do you do?
Yeah. I mean, if Justin Ledger was going to take us out on our boat, we'll definitely go out and fish.
Yeah.
But other than that, we got OB. We go to OB a lot and just
Cool.
hang out as a team, even just because we're best buds.
Yeah.
And it's fun to blow off steam that way. A lot of us go to EOS, the gym off the sports arena.
Cool.
We just got back from there right now. It's pretty easy to blow off steam there. We went surfing last night. I mean, there's stuff to do. It's just time management, though, for sure.
Yeah. Is it different being on the road when you're traveling as opposed to being here in terms of just sticking to your schedule and trying to get studying done?
Yeah, I mean, when we're on the road, we know we want to go explore where we're at, especially when we go to Hawaii. So it's tough on the road for sure, but at the same time, like, you gotta understand what you have to get done in order to play. Because if you don't get your stuff done, then you're not gonna be able to play. So it's hard, but it's worth it.
Are you all going to Hawaii this year?
I don't think we're going. Are we going to Hawaii this year? I don't think so.
Okay.
We're not going this year.
Yeah. Tell Otto what's up.
Unfortunately. Yeah, he said Nick Wolf said what's up.
And so when you're back at home, or I guess, so being on the road, you still have you do try and do study groups, or when you're home, do you guys study a lot together, or because I know a lot of you are business majors, or do you kind of do it on your own?
I mean, it depends on the class. Otto's a year younger than me, but we still have some classes together. So we study together sometimes, but a lot of it's on your own. Just kind of grinding. We'll be across the table studying from each other, so we'll be together, but we'll be in different classes. Yeah.
Cool. And then really just one last question. Obviously, there's potentially other student athletes coming in. What's one thing maybe either you wish you'd have done different, or one piece of advice that you have for other student athletes that may watch this, freshmen coming in or sophomores coming in any of the teams? Is there something one little nugget you can give them?
Yeah, I would just tell them. I would just tell them to find something that's fun, that's not related to academics or baseball. Kind of like you were talking about blowing off steam. Just even if it's like an hour or 2 hours a week to go do something that you love. It just kind of resets your mind and takes your mind off stuff, especially the stress of like school and the sports side of it. So that's one thing I would do. I kind of do it now, but freshman, sophomore year, I didn't necessarily do that. So that's something I would do. Yeah. And there's a big old ocean right there. It's kind of fun to look at.
Yeah, right? Yeah, it's funny. I was going to ask you what your favorite class is, but I kind of already knew what that answer would be. It'd be so gratifying to hear that. So we won't ask that question. But I just appreciate, seriously, one of the things I'll just tell you, we go watch the basketball games, and we'll, go watch some volleyball games. But just from a personal perspective, my son Dane loves coming down there and watching you guys play. And it has been hard for us too. And so we are so excited to get the season started. And so hopefully that'll be on just as much, I think, as you guys, because it is such a relief for us to be able to come down and watch. And so you guys do such an amazing job out there. And we're super proud of all of you. So
thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah,
hopefully
absolutely.
we'll get the season in. We're all hoping for it.
I know. That's all I have for you, Jarret. I again appreciate you being here with us. And then, thanks so much.
Yeah, thanks, Nick. It's been fun talking to you.
Yeah, we'll talk to you later, man.
All right. See you later.